Wow! I got goosebumps. Can y'all see the? Can I, can y'all see the goosebumps? Like I'm not playing. I got goosebumps. I got spidey senses or something because the hair on my arm. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Ooh, this WandaVision is getting spicy. Oh, yes, 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 yes. First and foremost, let me see who is here with me today. You know, because y'all get the shout outs for coming in early. Antonio, what's up? What's up? How are you doing? Nikita Wilson. Hey, this is your first time on the okay. Welcome to the team. How you doing? Pleasure to have you. You know, we're gonna have a good time here. We're just gonna chit chat about WandaVision, the latest episode, and go through some things. Joy, how are you? Blake, what's up? Thank you so much for the compliment. Steph, how you doing? Let's see. LP2K01, how you doing? Donna, hey there. Supreme Coven, what up? What up? You got your wow? You got your wow? Y'all silly. Crystal, how are you? Jay Wheels, what up? What up? Action Jackson, hey, you asked what time it's starting. It's starting right now, 7 o'clock. I'm here. All right, all right, all right. Okay, okay. First of all, let's talk about the fact that this was, what, 37 minutes or something? Now, a lot of people were thinking about that because there was some news reported that what was it? Every episode was going to be an hour long. Not really true. Let me just kind of clear that up for some people right now. What was reported in a previous interview with Kevin Feige was that WandaVision as a whole was about 6 hours long. But he never specified how long every episode was going to be. So there was an assumption that people were making was like, well, if we got 3 episodes left and we got 3 hours left, then every episode is going to be an hour each. Marvel's like, wrong. Wrong. You know, so essentially what I think this means is that, you know, if we just knocked off what, like maybe half an hour or something out of that, so it's 2.5 hours left, maybe the next episode is only 30 to 45 minutes. And maybe, just maybe, that season finale is an hour and a half long. Ooh, Marvel, y'all some bad mamma jammas if y'all do that. Could you imagine a movie length season finale? That's gangster. That right there. That's a power move right there. Because I've been telling y'all, WandaVision has the budget of a movie. They put more money into WandaVision than they would like Ant-Man or something. You know, like this was like $225 million or something crazy like that. That season finale is going to be fire. Fire, 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 fire. So, let's see. Okay, so now I don't have any inside information. Don't quote me. Maybe Marvel could pull something crazy on us, make the next episode an hour and a half, and the finale like 20 minutes. Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying, if they make that season finale an hour and a half, that's prime time television right there. I'm just saying, just saying. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go through the episode. Let's go through the episode and just kind of talk about some things, you know. Now, I'm just giving y'all my reaction. I'm not going to go in depth with it because I'm almost done writing up my breakdown. Because what I like to do in my breakdown, I actually like to go back, rewatch the episode like 2 or 3 times. You know, and every time, like first time I'm watching for the emotional stuff, right? Second time I'm watching for anything I can hear, like if there's certain things that they say or whatever that I wasn't paying attention to. And then the third time I'm looking for like things like in the background or, just other things of that nature. So, I'm trying to put in the work, just to bring something to the table, but let's go over the episode. First thing is Wanda's glitching. The world is glitching around her. Now, this could mean a couple different things, right? It could mean that maybe something else is at play. It could also mean, which is kind of close to my theory, that Wanda is getting drained. She is getting tired. And what was it? It was in my Agnes Hidden Agenda video. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. And in my most recent video, the Shark Yo Magic commercial, I talked about how, there is that possibility that somebody is stealing her energy, stealing her power. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, it's got to take a lot of energy and power to keep this reality going. Maybe she can't. Maybe she's at her limits. You notice in the very beginning, she was in bed. She looked mighty tired, didn't she? Just saying, I think she might be a little drained, is all I'm saying. And that could be why things are glitching. Time out. We got a super chat. Thank you so much to RTB Fit. Thank you so much for the super chat. Brother E-Man is preaching. Thanks. Pass around the collection plate and let's get a B selection for the choir. This boy's on fire. Let the church say amen. Hey, amen. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you so much. Clearly something is afoot, Clearly we knew that this was like kind of sort of happening in the background, but we actually got a little bit more confirmation from this too. Like, did y'all notice that Wanda had said, I expanded the hex in the fake world I created. So she created all of this. She is still in control, right? Okay, like, if there was any doubt, I'm just saying, if there was any doubt out there that somebody else did this or whatever, she's getting manipulated, obviously, but this is still Wanda's doing, right? So y'all so funny. I see everybody in there. Amen, amen. Y'all so fun. I love y'all, man. Y'all funny. Then, what we call them, the Poltergeist twins. They came back and they were sitting here talking about, like, what happened to Uncle Pietro? And did you see how quick Wanda was like, he ain't your uncle. We don't know him. She disowned that man fast. And even later in the episode, Vision was like, oh, what's up with that imposter Pietro? So what does this all mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that this Pietro came from another universe? Does this mean that, we're in the alternate, our mutants here and stuff? We don't know. That's all I've been trying to tell people is, like, pump your brakes on Pietro, because we don't know anything as to where he came from, who he really is, what he's doing here. We don't know. I mean, I got some theories and stuff, but we don't know. So I think the fact that that they pointed this out was actually pretty interesting. Now, before I get to an interesting thing I wanted to point out to y'all, got to take another time out. Lani Womack, I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you so much. Amen. Sac Passe, was that okay? But I couldn't wait for your video on the episode. You've been telling us about Agnes from day one. Hey, look, I just put the clues together. You know what I'm saying? I put it out there. Hey, I've been completely wrong on theories before. Okay? Like, when I tell you, I was the guy, I made a video that said Avengers Endgame is not about time travel. Hey, whatever y'all do, don't go look at my old videos. Don't look at my old video. I'll be wrong. But sometimes, your boy gets it right, And yes, I've been trying to say that Agnes, aka Agatha, you know, she Agatha Harkness, because and the reason why I wanted to kind of like put that out there for people is because everybody was like, oh, it's Nightmare, oh, it's Mephisto. And it's not saying that these characters don't exist. It's not saying that they can't be a thing down the road. But the one thing I kind of want people to understand is that Marvel Studios, they don't really go out of their way to get comic book fans, right? So like people like myself, if you've read the comics, if you're knowledgeable about what happened and all that, they're not trying to sell us. They're not trying to be like, let's give them exactly what they want. Mainly because they don't have to. I'm a sucker for this stuff. I don't care what you put on the screen. I'm going to watch superhero comic book related stuff. What they're really trying to do is grab mainstream viewers. They're trying to grab casual viewers. So when it comes to these TV shows, they're not about to sit here and double down and be like, boom, multiverse, boom, time travel, boom, demon from an alternate dimension or whatever. They're not going to do all that. Not yet. They'll ease you in. Look how long it took for Thanos to make it to the big screen outside of like the little teases over 10 years. Look how long it took for Marvel to introduce time travel. If you're a comic book reader, time travel has been talked about since like the 80s, the 1980s. So anything that they're doing now, they're doing with the expectation that that person that's never picked up a comic book, that might have seen a couple Marvel movies, we're making the content for them. And we want the content to be easy for them to absorb and to understand. So yeah, we'll throw y'all some Easter eggs. Yeah, we'll put in some references for you guys that are knowledgeable of the comics to get. But at the end of the day, the real attraction is getting all the new people. That's the people. Oh man, y'all hitting up these Okay. All right, I'm coming. I'm sorry. I was talking a little too much. I'm sorry. I'll get to y'all. I'm sorry. Let me get to y'all here. All right. I don't want to miss nobody. Okay, so we went from my man Dre Max Show. What up? I'm mad I missed last week. Oh yeah, Wanda Coco for she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dre. You the man, bro. And yeah, Wanda's nuts. I've been telling y'all she's nuts. She was nuts episodes ago when this woman will walk out of the hex, have her whole accent, and then go back in the hex and be like, "Hey guys," like she's nuts. Okay, I ain't no soft sugarcoating around that. The woman is nuts. Okay. Let's see. Drew Mew, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Ron Frazier, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. How about that Nexus reference in the commercial? Multiverse confirmed. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you so much. Because I have no idea. The one thing I'll say is that even though sometimes, I might pour into all of this stuff, research all this stuff, sometimes it be taking me a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be late with some stuff. I'm actually curious though. What did you guys think about the commercial with the drug, the Nexus drug, the pharmaceutical thing? Obviously this was some sort of play towards Wanda about excuse me, about her creating a reality, being in a state of depression, a state of grief. But is this confirmation for a multiverse? Maybe. I think the closest we will get to the multiverse will have to do with the book that Agnes had, that Agatha had. We'll touch on that a little bit later, but I think that might be the closest that we could have for now. But we'll get to that. But yeah, if y'all have any ideas, theories about the commercial, the Nexus, what did the Nexus mean? Please let me know in the chat. And if I don't get to your question, I will read the stuff after the chat. So I'll try and respond to everybody after that as well. Paths Unwritten, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Hope this ends Fox X-Men fan theories. It's already a dead franchise. Wouldn't fit into the universe. Actors have aged out. Foggy's better with his own. I'm not going to disagree with that. Honestly, I think that the call with Pietro was probably fan service for us. I don't think that this was the real Pietro at all. Matter of fact, what was it? Those Funko Pop, those Funko Pop dolls or whatever that they make. Usually they'll put the name of the character on there and, that's it. But this time they actually made one of Evan Peters' Pietro from WandaVision, and they called him Pietro Maximoff. Sometimes the merchandise tells you a lot. So there is that possibility that, they just kind of threw him in there just to kind of be like, hey, he was one of the best parts of the X-Men franchise, to be honest. And that's about it. But yeah, all the other actors, they're kind of aged out. Now, the one thing I would take from the old X-Men universe, and I'm talking about like the Halle Berry, whatever, X-verse, it's got to be Hugh Jackman. You got to bring him back. I know he said he was done with the role and all that. Man, please. Money talks. Okay. Robert Downey Jr. had said he was done with Iron Man. He was done with everything. I want to say it was after Iron Man 2. And then Marvel was like, here's $1 billion. Come on back. And he was like, all right. And that was all it took. You know what I'm saying? So, Hugh Jackman has said in previous interviews, like years ago, that he would have loved to join, fight against the Hulk and stuff like that. So I just kind of think that if they were to bring anyone back and do any crossover, Wolverine's got to be, you got to bring Hugh Jackman back. And if I know he is tired of doing all the workouts and stuff, bring him back as old Logan. I mean, the dude literally lives forever. You ain't just put a jacket on. You ain't got to work out. It's cool. We ain't got to see a six pack every single time. Ladies, I ain't gonna talk for y'all, but I'm just saying, I don't need to see it. Whatever. Anyway, thank you so much. Let's see. Shenando 329. I am so sorry if I mispronounced that. My bad. But thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate your love of TV and cinema. Well, I thank you for your support, because this is exactly why I take the time out of my day to come and share this with y'all. If it's not for you guys sitting here on my channel, supporting it, sharing, what would be the point? So thank y'all, for making this worth it. Appreciate you guys for real. Sarah Buckley. Hey, Sarah, how are you? I remember seeing you comment all the time on my videos, and I just lost your comment. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thanks, E-Man, for another live chat. Was looking forward to this. Question, is Agatha stronger than Wanda? And we need to get her for killing Sparky. Okay. So y'all just jumping ahead. So we just going to go with the question. That's fine. Whatever. I don't need an outline. We can just talk. That's fine. All right. Is Agatha stronger than Wanda? Here's the thing. If my theory is true, that Agatha is stealing power from Wanda, if that's true, because we don't know anything about Agatha in the MCU yet, right? But if my theory is true, then it will depend on how much power Agatha has taken from Wanda, and it would also depend on how weak Wanda has become as a result. Like I said, in the very beginning of the episode, you saw that Wanda was in bed. She was tired. She was kind of, out of sorts a little bit. So it is possible that Agatha could become more powerful, especially if she sucks all the magic and all the power out of Wanda. Now, I would probably say on a normal level, maybe not. Maybe Agatha probably wouldn't be more powerful than Wanda, because here's the other thing. If she were more powerful than Wanda, why would she go through the motions and trying to deceive her and trap her and all? You know what I'm saying? If she was a real powerhouse, she could just be like, whatever, magic, mine, yours, mine, your soul is mine. She could just come in and just grab it. So I'm going to say that she's not more powerful yet, but she probably could eventually. So hope that answered your question. Thank you so much again. Ooh, Nexus in the comics was about the multiverse. Okay. Look, I haven't done my research on that, but thank you so much, Sonia, for that. Okay, you guys got some good comments here. Nexus is multiverse. Okay. All right, so it's looking like the Nexus multiverse connection. I personally need to go back and do a little more research on it, but I'm gonna take y'all word for it. Okay, cool. Chris S, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Do you think we will ever find out who Monica's engineer friend is? Yes, and I'm so glad you mentioned it. I'm gonna just throw this agenda away. Hold on, I had a whole agenda. I'm gonna throw it away because y'all already on top of this. Look, let me tell you something. First of all, when Monica pulled up in the truck, with Jimmy Woo and everything, I'm sitting here like, here we go, engineer friend, here we go. Who are these military people? I'm sitting here like, can y'all move out the way? Where is Reed Richards at? Like, can I get a Fantastic Four member around here? Where my man Hank McCoy at? Like, can I get a mutant? I mean, can a brother see Blue Marvel? Like, what? Who is this? Who are these people? I wanted the engineer friend. I don't want to see these whack little people. But on the bright side, Teyonah Parris, she just did an interview yesterday, I want to say, on comicbook.com or something like that. And she said that she is excited for fans to see who the engineer friend is. So we can still hold out hope on that the engineer friend is coming and that we will get to meet him. She also said it was a him. Because I'm sitting there thinking like, man, y'all not going to go through all this trouble in teasing us. You know what I'm saying? Because they was teasing us like, ooh, I got a friend. Ooh, my friend just texted me. Ooh, we going to meet my friend in an hour. And then y'all just going to show up with all these no-name military people that we don't care two things about. Like, you're not going to play us like that. Please, don't play us like that. So we will supposedly still find out who the friend is. I'm curious, who do you think it is? And I want to, let me see, how many people we got in here? Okay, we got 426 people here live. First of all, thank you so much for being here. If you don't mind, please hit that like button, just so that, I understand you guys are cool with the content and everything. But here's the thing, and I'm going to give y'all a little something. Just because y'all here in the live, y'all get some of the exclusive stuff for some of the people that missed the live, and they get to find out later. Now, if y'all remember, I'm going to whisper this. Y'all remember in my last live, I said I might be talking to a certain little person. I actually got to talk to Miss Parris myself. That's right. Your boy got to talk to Miss Teyonah Parris, a.k.a. Monica Rambeau. And I asked her, really cool person, by the way, super, super cool. I asked Miss Parris, why was you so triggered by Carol when she was mentioned and everything? She gave me an interesting answer for that. And then I asked her, actually, here's the funny thing. I asked her a question of, what would you like to see come alive from the comics, from your character, Monica Rambeau? Oh, y'all getting these exclusives, man. I don't usually like telling people about my interviews. I like to just drop it and just walk away, but we here, we family, right? I asked her, what would you like to see from the comics? And, just to see it be on the big screen. So she went and said, she couldn't think of like what exactly it was because there were just so many things. And then she asked me, she was like, yo, what would you want to see from Monica? And I said, whoa, did you just flip the script? You gonna ask me? So I was like, hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing a little love interest. You know what I'm saying? A little black love interest. Maybe a little Blue Marvel love interest. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you exactly what she said because I'm going to post that video hopefully tomorrow or the day after. But it's not what she said in her response. It's how she said it and what she didn't say that was interesting. And what she didn't say is that, how could I put this? Basically, when she responded, she sounded as though Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear, was a new thing. She was like, oh, yeah, oh, that would be kind of cool. So I was like, oh, okay. If you're saying it like that, it sounds as if he wasn't on the table to begin with, which means it's got to be two other people. The other one has to be, for the engineer friend, it's got to be either Hank McCoy or Beast from the X-Men, because he was a part of Sword in the comics, Beast. I don't know if they'll do that, because that will be like our first super official confirmation of mutants in the in the MCU, because we still have that, we haven't gotten that yet. So maybe Nicholas Hoult will walk through the door. I don't think Kelsey Grammer is going to come through, but maybe Nicholas Hoult, Beast in the human form, will walk through. But y'all already know I'm a huge fan. I think it's going to be John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Look, Disney, who owns Marvel, they in the past kind of ignored fans with fan castings and stuff, but when they cast Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, after fans have been asking for that for years, and fans have been asking for John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, they've been asking for this brother to be Mr. Fantastic for years. And if you recall, I don't know if y'all ever watched his YouTube show, Good News or whatever. While he was doing that, there was some news reported that he had a meeting with Marvel. So this was like 9 months ago, 12 months ago or something like that. He met with Marvel. There was no news after that. And on his show, he made a little joke about it. That man's going to show up. I'm just putting my money on it. I think they will save him for season finale, for the final episode. Maybe he'll just show up after everything and be like, oh, hey guys, sorry I'm late. But that's just what I'm thinking is going to happen. So that's a super long answer for Chris's question about Monica's friend, the engineer. But thank you so much anyway. So there goes y'all exclusive. But make sure you tune back in, because I will post that full interview and that exchange between me and Teyonah. And then you can draw your own conclusions. You can do that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Nmander33, thank you so much for the super chat. What if the engineer is Blue Marvel, and what if he is being played by Denzel Washington? I know it's overthinking, but it would be awesome. Yeah, hey, look, it could be Blue Marvel. I'm thinking it might not, because like I just went through that whole thing. I don't think that she put that option on the table. The only other issue, though, is I think the boat has sailed for Denzel, and I'm a Denzel fan, so don't hate me. But I do think that Denzel's kind of gotten to the point where he's like Denzel just, in his long legendary career, he just did his first sequel with Equalizer 2. And y'all want to put this man through the rigmarole of a Marvel franchise? He ain't got time for that. Denzel, he ain't got time for that. Now, who I would say needs to be Blue Marvel, and I don't know, maybe I'll put this out there and maybe then the internet will go wild with it. It needs to be Will Smith. That's who really should be. If anybody mutually benefited from such a pairing, that would be it. Will Smith as Blue Marvel. You put the little gray on his head and whatever. That's a winning combination right there. You got the star power. You got the ability of the fact that, you can make him look a little bit older if you wanted to, so he can grow into the role for as long as possible. And Blue Marvel's dope. If y'all don't know who Blue Marvel is, let me tell you, Blue Marvel is dope. He's stronger than the Hulk. He's, um, a genius. Like, this dude is a genius. Like, he's like a black Superman, and probably beat up Superman for all that. Dude he is everything. So that's my thoughts on Blue Marvel. And if I had to fan cast, it would have to be Will Smith. I don't really like the idea of putting like a much, much older actor in there. I know Will's like in his 50s, but he can still play, younger 40s a little bit. And I think that would make a nice pairing with Monica Rambeau as well. So, I mean, just think about it. Monica, Teyonah Parris and Will Smith, I think they look good together. Just my thoughts. What do I know? Anyway, thank you so much for that. Let me catch up. Let me just catch up. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Want to make sure I don't miss nobody here. Oh man, y'all was hitting me up with all the. Okay, all right. Just bear with me for a second. I gotta. Y'all hitting this brother up. YouTube can't keep up. Dang, y'all not gonna let me scroll? Okay, I gotta hit these questions quicker then because I don't want to miss nobody. Okay, Jasmine Richmond, thank you so much. That's lit. You got to talk to her. Yes, hey, like I said, Teyonah, she is amazing, great person, great energy, just a wonderful person. Tanya Ransom, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate your Marvel reviews. Also, I love the interviews you did with Daniel Kaluuya and LaKeith Stanfield. Excellent. Thank you so much. And it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to any of these actors and, just really kind of, chat with them like as people, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of, I think especially with that LaKeith interview, and I'm actually kind of shocked because interviews never really go viral, but that one's like doing crazy numbers. But I'm happy because I'm hopeful that it will spread some awareness about mental health, especially in the Black community. I mean, that is so vital, in my opinion, that we need to normalize that therapy is okay. That it's okay to go get counseling. It's not about making you the bad guy. It's not about talking about that you're a bad person or whatever. Like, therapy is mental health. It is to make you mentally healthy, and the fact that he was open and honest enough to admit that, I think, was powerful because we don't have a lot of that. Unfortunately, myself included, we've been conditioned to think that we got to hold everything in, and that's not good. So glad that happened. And thank you so much for the support. Lani Womack, thank you again. Come on now, E-Man asking a Black woman why she angry. Just kidding. But a huge congrats on that. You big time. Now, my friend, thank you so much. Hey, no, I wanted to know. Why was Monica so mad at Carol Danvers? It didn't make sense, but because I'm like, what's your beef? Like, you grew up looking up to her, but she's got some beef with it, and you just gonna have to wait and see what she got to say. Let's see. Jay Wheels, thank you so much for the contribution. Was it me, or was it a wheelchair creeping into the frame when Wanda was in Agatha's house on the sofa? Also, great work. Enjoy your work. Thank you so much. I don't know. I got to go back and rewatch it again. I mean, I was, when she was in the house, I was trying to look at a whole bunch of different stuff. There were a couple things that I noticed, but I'm gonna put those in the breakdown video. But yeah, if there's a wheelchair, I mean, what you think? You think Agatha got Professor X kidnapped down there or something? Like, dang, Charles, Charles, you could get out of there. Come on, Charles, man. Let's see. Let me see. Am I caught up? I think I'm caught up. I think. I don't know. Hold on. Let me. That was a really good interview. Thank you so much. Somebody. Bo Mojo. What about Dottie? Ooh. Dottie's interesting. I don't know. The weird thing about Dottie is the fact that she had an interview where she had said that she got the green light for her casting by Kevin Feige. That seems a little much for somebody that may be just a supporting actor or a supporting character. I mean, maybe Kevin Feige has his hand in everything. I don't know. But she could be a player. I mean, here's the thing. Anybody can be anything at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't take much for the mailman to be Mephisto all this time. I mean, they could have the plant in the corner be Mephisto or Nightmare or whatever. They can do whatever they want, you know, but so for me, I just kind of look at the evidence. I just try to see what's there and if there's enough evidence to back it up. That's just kind of how I approach it. But Kat Harlem, thank you so much for the contribution. Does the comics explain how Monica learned how to use her powers? Yeah, I mean, it does. But here's the thing, like, you can't really use the comics too much in this case, only because the MCU, they are not afraid to change some of this stuff up. They will mix it up and maybe even introduce new and different elements. You know, so like, for example, with Scarlet Witch, you know, she didn't get her powers from the Mind Stone in the comics. You know, first she was a mutant, she was Magneto's daughter, and then they changed that and said she was a experiment from the High Evolutionary. You know, so I think what we have to kind of wait for is the MCU to kind of explain what they want within their universe. Now, I did make a video about Monica and what her powers could be, and how she got her powers through the hex. But, you know, again, Marvel's kind of making this up as they go as well. They might borrow a couple things. So if you notice, when she was looking and she could see the energy waves and stuff, I think that is within her power set, because now she's kind of like a being of pure energy and light. And so she can see energy as well. So when she was looking at the power lines and seeing all the stuff emoting, she can see the waves of energy. Now, I think eventually she will be able to shoot energy beams, probably be able to fly, but they're clearly trying to build her up little by little. I don't know why, but all right, you know, it's like not a big secret. We know, we get it, you know, but that's just kind of what they're doing. But we have to kind of wait and see if they're going to give us further demonstrations and explanations of her power. Let's see. Mari Lane Diaz. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. Thank you so much for the super chat. Didn't the spray Agatha used on the babies was purple like Agatha's power? So yes, this is something that Marvel does all the time, right? So what Marvel will do is they will color code stuff. And when they color code stuff, that's really just to kind of help you identify who's doing what at what time. So, for example, remember the stork? And when Wanda kept trying to get rid of the stork and there was like a puff of red smoke, that red smoke means that it came from Wanda, because we know, you know, her energy, her powers, her magic has like a red aura to it. So whenever you see purple at this point, that indicates that it's coming from Agnes. So now that you brought that up, thank you for bringing that up. Let's go into it. Agatha, you notice that she can mind control. She mind controlled Wanda. You know, I don't know if she wiped the memory or whatever, but she got into Wanda's head the way Wanda was getting into other people's head in Age of Ultron. You know, you saw the wiggly, squiggly lines, you know, the purple, it kind of looked like purple haze. You know, a little Jimi Hendrix there for you. It looked like, man, it might, you know, Agatha is a whole alcoholic. She was throwing back the hen dog, throwing back the henny. You think she out here smoking that purple haze too? Disney got a case. I don't know who the Parents Association is. Somebody need to get Disney in line. Y'all not slick. Y'all just gonna let this lady blow purple haze all over. I see y'all, Disney. I see y'all. Anyway, if you noticed, so Wanda's eyes turned, had the purple stuff, but when Pietro showed up at the door, if you looked at his back, there was that purple smoke as well. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Pietro was a creation of Agatha? Does that mean that she's controlling him? Don't know, but we do know that the purple, we follow the purple, and that's going to be the trail that we have to take. So that's, again, just to answer your question, the colors and everything, that's just to kind of help us keep track of who's doing what at what time. In the post-credit scene, you know, what was that? Creep was gonna creep, Snoop was gonna snoop, whatever Pietro said. You notice that Monica's eyes, they turn purple. So that would give us a clue, I would assume, that Monica is now mind controlled. So we'll have to see where that goes. Dre Mack, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. Let's be real, WandaVision is the greatest Scooby-Doo mystery ever. Yes, it is. It's an adult Easter egg hunt. Like, that's all we do. You know, this is all we do is just go running around looking for clues, you know, and everybody be sitting here like, that's Mephisto, that's Nightmare, that's from the comics. Nah, that. Like, that's all we do here. So, yes, it is Scooby-Doo just on steroids pretty much for us. Let me see. I got another question here. Let's see. What about Ralph? Look, hey, I don't know. Ralph, one possibility, because I'm not going to rule out the factor of Mephisto. We don't know this MCU version of Agatha's motivation for when it comes to Mephisto. We don't know what her relationship is. In the comics, she would kind of work with him, under him, serve him. Sure. But we don't know what it means here. Maybe he is Ralph. Maybe she's trying to use Wanda's powers to bring him into this dimension. Maybe that's why we don't see him. First of all, I was shocked that Agnes, had a house. As many times as she kept going to Wanda and Vision's place, I was like, are you hungry? You ain't got nowhere to go? You just, like, she the ultimate freeloader. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was getting in the fridge in the last episode. Like, I'm like, yo, we got to call to Section 8 or something. Like, she needs the food stamps? I'm just saying, you know, but, you know, some people are also saying, okay, so somebody is saying that Ralph is probably the rabbit. Sure. Why not? You know, why not? I mean, at this point, whenever you're dealing with magic, you know, like, she could turn the bunny rabbit evil and attack people or something. I don't know. They can do whatever they want. All right. Anyway, Joy Blaylock, thank you so much. Oh, you generous. Thank you so much for that super chat. I knew Agatha had a hand on the wheel as well as Wanda. I feel that when the twins were babies, she was the reason they aged up. She wanted them older so she can enact her plan, getting the twins in episode 7. Love your reviews. Thank you so much, Joy. You know what? Look, I mean, I do think that the twins played a part. I don't know if Agatha made the twins grow up, only because remember in I think it was like episode 6 maybe, the twins looked at each other. They was the one controlling each other themselves to grow up. They was like, hey, you want to grow up? Yeah, you want to grow up? Yeah, I mean, let's do this. All right. And they grew up. So I don't think Agnes played a part in that, but I do think that Agatha wants the twins. Did y'all notice? Did you notice when Agatha sat here talking about, I bit a kid once. What you biting kids for? Agatha is a real witch. And I think she getting her Hansel and Gretel on and she eating kids. I was going to say that for the breakdown, but y'all can have that one. Did y'all see the milk carton with the missing kid? The missing kid. Then when you go into Agatha's basement, you saw some little skeletons and stuff. She been eating kids. She trying to eat the little kids. Them little Friday the 13th kids, they about to get ate up. Oh, well. All right. Donald Andrews, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. How's it going? I was born and raised in the Shire and moved when I joined the military. Love your channel. How did Monica know she was able to get through the hex when the truck didn't make it? You know, first of all, thank you again. What up? I see the Chicago Bears. I see we struggle together. How did Monica know? I don't know if... Here's the thing. The MCU is probably going to come up with their own explanation. But the only thing I can come up with is what has been previously established. In my video about Monica Rambeau and how her DNA has changed, I said that she had some of Wanda's powers imbued in her. So when she went through the hex, it remixed into her DNA. Right. So that's why she had, Monica. That's why she has new powers now. Now, what does that mean? I believe that means that now she shares a certain bond with Wanda through the Mind Stone. Don't forget, it was the Mind Stone that gave Wanda her powers. And if Wanda shared those Mind Stone powers with Monica, then now you have a bit of a connection. So I think that's part of why Monica just feels as though that she has a connection. Think about it like this. Vision was also created thanks to the Mind Stone. When Vision was created with the Mind Stone, his relationship with Wanda, they just feel each other. They have that connection because of it. So I'm assuming that intuition has something to do with the Infinity Stone. But that's my best guess. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you, Donald. Let's see. Man, you guys are pouring it in. Okay, all right. Leica, thank you so much for the super chat. I thought her eyes turned blue. Monica's eyes changed color several times once she returned to Westview. I think it happened when she recognized differences in energy. So, I think that yes, her eyes turned blue when she got out of the hex, right? But and I just think that that's a very generic way to say her powers are on. I don't think that Marvel will go out of their way to make her eyes change colors every single time. I think that might confuse people because keep in mind they're trying to appeal to non-comic book fans, non-comic book readers, and stuff like that. So it'll be too much to kind of like explain why is her eye purple this time and then it's red this time, and it's too much for them. So I think that when we see her eyes turn purple, that is just a straight link to the fact that it was Agatha that was mind controlling Monica, and that's why she was, that's why her eyes turned that color. So I'm going more so with the simpler explanation that every color associates with somebody, and they're going to keep it consistent that way. And thank you again. Joe Finesse, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Could be John K. The theme of this episode was Modern Family and the Office type. That is true. Peep them song and the camera angle looks. Maybe Agatha bit Reed's son. You think Franklin Richards could have been kidnapped? That would be interesting. I'm going to pause on that only because I feel like if that happened, the Richardses would be looking for him frantically. So it's possible, but I'm Yeah, I'm gonna reel that one back in. I don't know yet. I don't. First of all, the MCU is not ready for Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is like whatever Wanda is doing times like infinity. This dude makes no sense. He is like he's pretty much a mini god. Like he can rewrite everything. You know how Thanos was like, "Ooh, I need a whole gauntlet to do this," and snap. Franklin was like, "Man, let me just make a whole universe in the palm of my hand. I'm gonna play with it like it's some marbles." That's Franklin Richards. We're not ready for that. We don't need Franklin Richards right now. Okay, so that's just what I'm thinking with that. Mumbo Jazz number one. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for the super chat. Monica had powers from the start. She is the only one to get sucked into the hex, and she pretended she didn't care about the X-ray blood. Tank couldn't get through, and she said, "I can." She hit it. I don't think we have enough evidence for that. Only because, and I went back to go look at this. Like I was sitting here thinking, I was like, I heard somebody had said that Monica had seen the energy shield, and nobody else did. And the thing is that one, she saw the energy shield when she was doing the drone thing and it disappeared. So that prompted her to walk up. Now here's the thing: we know that there's like a TV element with all of this stuff. If you've ever looked at an old school TV, when you walk away from that TV, it looks like normal, right? But when you close up and you go up to the TV, now you see the little pixelation and all the little, dots and stuff. And I think that's what happened with her. I think that's what got her close to the hex. And then she was just inquisitive, stuck her hand in there and got sucked in. So I am going to say that I do not believe that she had powers before. Only because I think that would be too hard to explain yet. I think that, right now it's easier for Marvel to just say, you went through the magic barrier and now you have magic powers. Simple, easy. If you say that she had powers before this, now you have to go through extra hoops to explain it. And like I said, you have to explain this stuff for people that are not used to comic books. So if I'm sitting here talking to some person who's never picked up a comic book and I'm like, hey, this person has superpowers because they always had it. It was in their genes and it woke up. Okay. Versus, no, that magical barrier that's been messing stuff up that they've been building up throughout the show, that person walked through and now they have powers. Okay. A little bit easier, only because the show takes more time to invest in showing you that rather than you having to imply that in there. So that's just my take. Again, not saying you're wrong, not saying that it can't happen, but I'm just kind of looking at what the show is taking the time to invest in and show us. Because if they're taking the time to show you this thing happens in multiple ways and this is how it functions, I'm going to be of the assumption that that's how the thing works. So just my 2 cents on that. Wait, what's your name? Hold on. The Real Ralph T. Hold on, man. Hold on. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Which Ralph are you? We've been looking for a Ralph. The Real Ralph. Hold on now. Like, you better not be Agatha Ralph, man. Don't. I don't want none of that bad mojo around here now. Okay. Let's see. The intro is from an ABC show called Happy Endings. Oh, cool. Interesting. Thank you. Didn't know that bit of info. Oh, did you guys see in the intro? Because they had like the office kind of setting. Did you? You have to slow it down. There's this one scene where like there are magazine cutouts or whatever, and it actually said, "Wanda, I know what you're doing." I'm going to put this out there right now. That was Doctor Strange. You heard it here. You heard it here. Doctor Strange sent the message to Wanda, and it spelled out. It was during that little sequence during the office. Wanda, I know what you're doing. You heard it here. Throwing that out there. Just going to put that out there. All right. Let's see. Frederico, thank you so much for the super chat. The book is Darkhold, yes. not counting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So behind could be the Shaton, I think, who possessed Wanda in the comics, a primal god who created the dark arts. Maybe, you know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I do think that the book could be the Darkhold. For those of you that don't know, the Darkhold was pretty much like this. It's an evil book. It's a bad book with a lot of bad mojo. That's all you need to know. It's not good. And that book has connections to hell, basically, or another dimension. And it can, whoever reads it, bad things can happen. It can allow that person to do very bad things. So excuse me, it is possible. I don't know if they're going to go to the depths of the comics and bring some other big bad that gave her these magic. To me, again, I'm thinking like they're going to go the simple route. I feel like they'll prop up Agatha as like the big bad, and maybe in season 2, maybe that's where we get to Mephisto. Because keep in mind, by the time we get to season 2 of WandaVision, I don't know if it's been greenlit, but it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. This is going to be after Spider-Man comes out, where they do their multiverse stuff. And it'll be after Doctor Strange 2, the multiverse, Enter the Multiverse of Madness or whatever. So I think by that time, because that comes out in 2021, 2022, something like that. By that time, we all will be ingratiated enough to know that, all these different dimensions exist and all these different creatures and whatever. So I don't think we'll see any of that now, but they are setting up the groundwork, I think, for us to see that in season 2. So good point. Coming soon, I think. Joy Blaylock, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think the book in the basement is the Darkhold from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Just answer that. Yes, I do. It is possible that it could be a different book too. She's a witch. She could have a whole bunch of different books. I'm pretty sure there are more than one evil book out there. Because the real question though is like, are they trying to connect Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to this, or are they trying to create their own version of the Darkhold? So whatever happened to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might not count, and I do believe that they kind of established a separation of whatever was going on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not related. Like they put them in an alternate universe, and a lot of that has to do, if I'm not mistaken, the president of Marvel TV at that time had beef with Kevin Feige, and they was not getting along. And so whatever was happening on the TV side, it just started to go on its own lane. And I actually like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was actually a pretty good show. It sucked in like the first season or 2. It was hard, but after that, it got really, really good. But yeah, that's what ended up happening after that. Okay. I think y'all actually about to let me go through my agenda. Let me just see if there was something I missed. We talked about the glitches. Got the Nexus commercial, possibly multiverse. Talked about Monica getting her powers. Let's see. Ooh, and Monica. Can we talk about something real quick? I am real sick and tired of people in this show disrespecting Monica left and right. You got Hayward already acting like a whole bad man. I got kids upstairs. I ain't trying to cuss. But you got Hayward over there putting some disrespect on this woman's name. And then every time Monica show up, Wanda gets a little triggered. You think that's a Sokovia thing? I'm just saying, I ain't see a lot of people that look like Monica in Sokovia. Let me not go there. I don't know. It's Black History Month. I don't want to go there. I don't want that negative energy. I don't know. But Wanda was getting a little buck with Monica. You know, when she showed up, she like, oh, what you doing here? Oh, what you oh, what you want to do? And you noticed when she pushed Monica out, and Monica hit that superhero landing. She hit that superhero landing. What you want to do? Got my blue energy. What you want to do? Did you see Wanda's face? Ooh, she looked shook. She was like, where you get the blue energy from? Oh, you know what she got? She got the power of the ancestors. That's what she got in her. Y'all gonna stop messing with this lady. Ooh, I just need Monica to just hit somebody with a light beam or something just one time. I'm sick of people getting in her way and just disrespect. They got to put some respect on her name. That's Monica Rambeau, aka Photon Spectrum. Let's go. Woo. Sorry, got a little. I just don't like the disrespect. That's all. Cat Harlem, thank you so much for the super chat. I thought all these Disney TV shows were one season only. No. What? No. What you mean? You don't know Disney likes money. Disney needs money. Disney likes the money. No, these shows are going to go as long as they are profitable and as popular. I want to say that like WandaVision itself actually broke a record or something for Disney Plus. Like it crashed the system and stuff, like, because it's like the number one thing on the platform. So it's a moneymaker. You know, it's brought us together. You know, Disney ain't about to shut that down. No, they're gonna get a season 2. Don't be surprised if like some other shows get a season 2. I can totally see Loki. I'll call it right now. Loki's getting a season 2. It ain't even out yet. Loki's getting a season 2. Just because Loki's a fan favorite and the wild, crazy things that they can do with him jumping through the multiverse and stuff, he's getting a season 2. Just saying. You heard it here first. It's happening. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I ain't miss nobody else. Okay, cool. It's been Agatha all along. Yes, it has. Okay, so we also talked about that. Okay. So with Agatha, okay. First of all, her big reveal. Was this like shocking to anyone? Like, this had to have been the worst kept secret in all of Marvel. That Agnes was Agatha Harkness. I'm just saying, it's like, we get it. In my opinion, it was as non-shocking as when Superman died in Batman v Superman, and then they were like, he's coming back alive. And I'm like, we know. It's like, I mean, that was it. You know, she was just like, it was me all along. And I'm like, okay. All right. We'll get back to that because we got some more chats. Frank, thank you so much for the super chat. The cereal was called Snaps. I think it was called Sugary Snaps. Good point. Referring to the Thanos snap. Yes, indeed. Good eye. Let's see. Lika, sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you so much for the chat. Shot in the dark. Could Mordo be the villain at the end of the season? He says that there are too many witches, too many sorcerers, actually. Maybe he has Agatha siphoning powers from other witches. It would bring Doctor Strange. Okay. I'm trying to answer this quick because I got some other questions I see people are putting in there. Okay. So I don't think Mordo is going to show up in this. I think, so for me, in my Agatha video, I only brought up Mordo only because of the concept, the rules that they introduced into the MCU, which is that magic can be stolen, magic can shift, it can, do whatever. So I don't think they're going to do that, only because Mordo is a Doctor Strange villain. You know what I'm saying? And I think for these shows, they don't want to step on these supporting characters' toes. So Wanda is a supporting character. Vision is a supporting character. Because these characters can't have their own movies, like their big blockbuster movies, they're giving them their own show. So I feel like they're going to respect them in that space, by making sure that these people have villains that are on their level, right? Like, you're not going to give a Doctor Strange 2 villain or a Doctor Strange villain to a B level character. You're going to give a B level villain like Agatha to a B level character like Wanda. So I think they're going to keep them the same. And that does not mean that it's impossible that some of these characters can pop up. Mordo could pop up, but I don't think he would be central to the main plot. They have used a lot of time and energy to invest in Agatha, and building her up as the big bad. I mean, again, they went all out and just was like, it was her all the time, all along. So no, I don't think they're going to go that route, just because I think it'll be too confusing, especially for people that have not watched the movies and stuff. They want to kind of keep things contained, even though they do tease other stuff. So I think at this point, because we only got 2 episodes left, I don't think so. So that's just my quick take on that. Frederico, thank you for the contribution. No, Monica for me was not Photon or Spectrum. For me was Captain Marvel, not Carol Danvers. Okay, I feel you on that. All right. Anyway, if they call her Captain Photon, rings well. No, hey, no, I get you. And for those that might have missed that, in the comics, Monica Rambeau was the first female Captain Marvel. I forget what Carol Danvers would go by. I think she was going by Ms. Marvel or something like that. But it was Monica that, when she first got her powers and everything, she was going by Captain Marvel in the comics. So they changed that a little bit in the, in the MCU, but that's kind of how that happened. So I definitely feel you on that, Frederico. Danielle Markham, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. I want to make sure I didn't miss nobody. Okay. Oh man. Y'all hit. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I gotta go quick. All right. Howard D, thank you so much for the contribution. Monica was doing powerful stuff, but not acknowledging that something had changed in her. I think Monica is just kind of in denial, right? So when she had mentioned her lab results, and she was talking about how, yeah, I've seen cells metastasize and go into remission. I think for her, because of her trauma of dealing with death with her mom and everything, and being in a hospital and stuff, she was just kind of like under the assumption that she might just have cancer, and she was just like, you know what, I don't have time to deal with that. So right now, I don't think she's in a place to really welcome and embrace her powers yet, or her change. But she has powers. Spoiler alert. All right. Ruben, thank you so much for the $10 contribution. When her eyes glue for the first time, I was like, ooh, snap. Hey, yo, you and me both. I was like that too. I was like, let's go, because it's about time that they show this woman with some powers. Love it. Howard D, thank you so much for the contribution. 95% of the audience don't know Agatha. Yeah, they don't know that, Agatha is, I could see that. I guess, I don't know. I thought it was pretty obvious, but I'm biased because, I read the comics. I study too much stuff, way too much. So, I could be out of that loop. So I'll take your word for it. You're probably right. Nathan Barnett, thank you so much for the contribution. Mailman and Dottie equal Nightmare and Dormammu. Too many tie-ins with dark energy and dark magic. Maybe. I would need to see more evidence, because right now all they really doing is just having them look suspicious, maybe it could happen. I need them to explain that to me more. I'm not going to rule anything out, but I would need more evidence that the show provides. I don't care what the comic books did. I need the show to show me more evidence building up to it, because if we keep pulling from the comics, it can kind of lead us astray a little bit. And then we start projecting what we want to see. And I'm guilty of that too, by the way. I'm not accusing anybody in anything, but I need the show to show me more than just Dottie looking kind of suspicious, or the mailman, looking kind of weird. And like, I just need a little bit more, but possible. Marvelous Marv, what up, dog? What up? What up? What up? Okay. I think I'm caught up. Jacoby, hey, how are you? Good luck on the Off the Chain reviews, Doc. Love all your reviews, and sorry I couldn't make your live chat tonight. This episode explains a lot on what's going on. New Agnes in full control. Yes, she is fully in control, and thank you so much for that. Okay, look, I've been with y'all for like an hour. This is actually a little bit longer than I expected. I appreciate y'all. I have to go work on the breakdown. I got the interview that I have to post, and then I'm going to talk about the toaster commercial, because I think I cracked it. So I am going to work. I got 3 things to do, and then I got a podcast I got to go do. I got other stuff. I got a lot of stuff to do for this weekend. So thank you all so much. If you don't mind, it's 574 of y'all in here. If I can get a couple more likes, appreciate it. Just let me know that you like what you see. I'm just playing. But no, I appreciate y'all so much. Dang it. Okay. All right. I can't even help it. I'm sorry. I be trying to leave and y'all just pull me back. Okay, real quick. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Is Pietro the elusive Frank? No, I don't think so. Sharifa Martinez, thank you so much. Why did the twins get extra mushy with Agatha? Where are they? I think they kidnapped. I think she is holding them ransom, maybe, or she's just kidnapping them. Probably just steal their powers too. I don't know. But Billy was just comfortable with her because he couldn't hear her voice in her head anymore. So, which was nice for him. But I'll explain that in the breakdown. Breakdown's probably going to be kind of long too, but there's a lot to talk about in there. But anyway, yes. So keep a lookout for the breakdown that's coming out. Interview with Teyonah Parris, where we talk about Captain Marvel and Blue Marvel. And the toaster. I'm talking about the toaster. And if I got time, I'll try to squeeze in one more fun one. It's like a top 5 video I've been wanting to do, but I don't want to jinx it and promise anything. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Always appreciate it. Please come on back next Friday, 7 p.m., same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to rock out. I know this next episode is about to be bananas. Cannot wait. So I will see y'all later. Feel free to keep on commenting. I will come back, chat, read your comments, and all that good stuff. But until next time, I got more videos and reviews to do for you all. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.